There's a moment, just before sleep, when your mind drifts between two worlds, the world you know and the one you're about to create. In that moment, your conscious mind fades and your subconscious begins to listen. You've worked so hard to change your life while awake to think better, do better, be better. But the truth is, the real transformation doesn't happen through effort. It happens when you let go. While you sleep, the gates of your subconscious open. Every word, every sound, every emotion becomes a seed planted deep within the soil of your inner world. And as you rest, those seeds begin to grow quietly, powerfully reshaping the reality you wake up to. You don't have to fight anymore. You don't have to push. All that's required is permission. Permission to receive. Permission to soften. Permission to allow. Tonight, as you listen, you're not just hearing words, you're reprogramming your vibration. You're aligning your mind and energy with the version of yourself that already exists, the version that lives effortlessly, peacefully, abundantly. Let the sound of my voice be your bridge. Let each breath draw you deeper into stillness. There's no need to analyze, no need to understand. Simply allow, because the moment you surrender, the universe begins to rearrange itself in your favor. You are not falling asleep, you are falling into alignment, into the quiet space where change happens naturally, and your new reality is born without effort. So take a deep breath and exhale slowly. You are safe. You are ready. Your transformation begins now, as you sleep. You are standing at the edge of two worlds. One is the world of noise, logic, and effort, the waking world where you try, plan, and push. The other is the world of silence, a soft, boundless space that exists just beyond thought. It's the place your soul remembers, but your mind often forgets. And every night, without realizing it, you walk through that invisible gate. This is the threshold, the sacred moment between waking and sleep. It's a bridge of golden mist where the conscious and the subconscious meet. Here, the chatter of the day fades into the distance. Your thoughts slow, your breath deepens, and your energy begins to loosen from form. This is the doorway to transformation, the place where effort dissolves and creation begins. When you fall asleep, you are not escaping the world. You are entering the workshop of your reality. Every sound, every word, every image that passes through your awareness during this time becomes a blueprint. Your subconscious, vast, limitless, obedient, listens without resistance. It doesn't argue, it doesn't question, it simply receives and creates. For so long, you've been told that change requires struggle, that to build a new life, you must fight the old one. But what if the truth is softer? What if real change happens not through tension, but through release? Every night, as you drift into the dream state, your mind naturally enters what scientists call the theta frequency, a deep, fluid rhythm between consciousness and sleep. It's the same state monks reach in deep meditation, and it's the same state children live in naturally. It's the realm of imagination, intuition, and memory, the language of your subconscious. In this state, your brain doesn't distinguish between what is real and what is imagined. So when you listen to the right words, calm, affirming, harmonious, your subconscious begins to accept them as truth. Slowly, gently, without resistance, it starts rearranging your inner architecture to match that new belief. your habits, your emotions, your vibration all begin to shift. That's why listening while you sleep is not just relaxation. It's reprogramming at the deepest level. Imagine your subconscious as fertile soil. During the day, the conscious mind, like a busy gardener, fills it with noise, worry, and plans. But at night, when the gardener finally rests, the soil becomes still again. It's then that new seeds can be planted. Seeds of peace, seeds of abundance, seeds of clarity and confidence. These are the roots of your new reality. Every breath you take as you drift into sleep is a message to your subconscious. It's safe to change. It's safe to receive, and the deeper you surrender, the faster your energy begins to align with your highest timeline, because energy doesn't respond to effort, it responds to vibration, to the quiet, consistent signal you send when you're relaxed and open. This is why those who meditate, pray, or visualize before sleep often wake up different, clearer, lighter, more aligned. Their consciousness never stopped creating, it simply shifted from doing to being. And in being, the universe begins to flow toward them instead of away. So tonight, as you listen, remember, you are not falling into unconsciousness. You are falling into remembrance. You are returning to the ancient language of your soul, the language of symbols, emotion, and frequency. You are stepping through the gate that every mystic, sage, and dreamer has walked before you. Here, there is no effort. There is no trying. There is only alignment, the quiet realization that your outer life is simply a reflection of your inner vibration. Change the vibration, and the reflection changes itself. Let that truth sink in. You are not your thoughts. You are the space beneath them, the still awareness watching, listening, feeling. And that awareness is your greatest power, because whatever you become aware of consistently, you begin to create. The gate between worlds doesn't open through force. It opens through presence, through the gentle surrender that says, I don't need to control anything. I only need to allow. In that allowing, everything begins to move softly, beautifully, naturally into harmony. So as you lie down tonight, imagine a soft light above your head. This light represents your higher mind, calm, wise, infinite. With each breath, feel it descending gently through your body, through your head, your chest, your arms, your legs, until every cell feels illuminated. This light is your consciousness preparing to travel inward. Whisper to yourself, I am open. I am safe. I am ready to receive. Let the words vibrate not in your mind, but in your body. Feel them become your state. Because at this level, the body listens too. Every muscle begins to relax. Every thought softens into stillness. You're not trying to sleep anymore. You're allowing yourself to drift. You are entering the space where miracles begin quietly, where you don't have to chase peace, because peace is who you already are, where you don't have to force success, because success is simply alignment with your natural rhythm, where you don't have to search for love, because love is the frequency you're made of. This is the gate between worlds, a sacred space where the old self dissolves like mist, and the new self emerges with each breath. You're not escaping reality. You're rewriting it word by word, breath by breath, dream by dream. So rest now. Let go of the day. Let go of who you think you have to be. You are already becoming the vibration of everything you've been seeking. The gate is open, and you are walking through. Your subconscious mind is not a mystery. It's a living intelligence, vast, unscient, and precise. It runs your heartbeat, your breathing, your instincts, and your emotions. It never sleeps. Even as your body rests, it listens, records, and obeys. Scientists estimate that 95% of your behavior is controlled not by conscious thought, but by subconscious programming. That means, no matter how hard you try to think positive, your life still reflects the deeper patterns buried beneath awareness. Your subconscious is like the soil of your reality. Whatever you plant there, consciously or unconsciously, becomes the garden of your experience. The reason so many people feel stuck is not because they lack willpower. It's because they're trying to change the fruits while ignoring the roots. They're pushing against life with their conscious mind, the 5%, while the 95% beneath the surface quietly repeats the same story. That's why real transformation requires a different approach. Not more effort, but more access. And the key to that access is sleep. When you drift into the early stages of sleep, your brain shifts from beta, the fast, logical waking state, into alpha and eventually theta, the frequency of deep imagination, hypnosis, and spiritual insight. In theta, the critical mind, the part that doubts, resists, and argues, finally relaxes. The door to your subconscious opens, and whatever enters in that state bypasses resistance completely. This is why children absorb so much. Until around the age of 7, their brains operate primarily in theta. That's why they believe so easily, learn so quickly, and imitate everything they see. Their subconscious is wide open, and what they hear and feel in those years becomes the foundation of their adult reality. Now imagine this: every night, you return to that same state not as a child, but as a conscious creator. You can choose what enters. You can choose which beliefs, emotions, and images sink into your subconscious soil. And when you do it deliberately, you begin to reprogram yourself from the inside out. Let's go deeper. Your brain doesn't understand language the way your conscious mind does. It doesn't care about grammar or logic. It speaks in symbols, emotions, and repetition. That's why affirmations work only when they carry feeling, not when they're recited mechanically. If you whisper, "I am abundant," but feel scarcity, your subconscious hears the emotion, not the words. But when your body feels abundance, calm, safety, gratitude, the subconscious listens and obeys. Emotion is the password to the subconscious. Repetition is the rhythm that locks it in. And sleep is the gateway through which it all enters effortlessly. Think of your nighttime listening practice as a form of energetic gardening. Each phrase, each sound, each moment of surrender is a seed. At first, you may not notice much, but after days, weeks, or months, you begin to feel different, softer, lighter, more aligned. You react differently to old triggers. You wake up calmer, more grounded, more confident. That's how you know the programming is working. Change doesn't shout, it whispers. Modern neuroscience calls this neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to rewire itself based on repeated experience. Every thought you think, every feeling you repeat, strengthens certain neural pathways and weakens others. It's like carving grooves in soft clay. Over time, the grooves become deeper, and the mind flows through them automatically. But the beautiful thing is, you can always shape new ones. And sleep is when the clay is softest. So as you listen to healing affirmations while you sleep, what's happening isn't magic, it's biology. Your neurons are firing in new patterns. Your nervous system is rebalancing. Your emotional frequency is harmonizing with higher states of being peace, gratitude, clarity, love. And because your outer reality always mirrors your inner vibration, the world begins to shift to match your new internal state. It might begin subtly. You'll attract people who feel lighter, kinder, more aligned. Opportunities will arise that fit your calm rather than your chaos. Synchronicities, those meaningful coincidences, will start appearing like signposts saying, "You're on the right track." You'll feel guided, not forced, centered, not chasing. But to reach that level of effortless flow, one thing is required: trust. You must trust the process even when you can't see the results yet. Because the subconscious doesn't move in straight lines or instant outcomes. It moves in waves, slow, deep, and rhythmic. It's like the tide reshaping the shoreline. You may not see it each night, but after many nights, the landscape is forever changed. Here's the paradox: the less you try, the faster it happens. The subconscious doesn't respond to tension. It opens through surrender. The moment you stop forcing change and start allowing alignment, your energy begins to harmonize naturally. That's why sleep is such a sacred teacher. It teaches you to let go, to release the illusion of control and fall into trust. Now, let's talk about vibration, the silent language of creation. Every thought, every word, every emotion carries a frequency. Your subconscious is constantly tuning to that frequency, shaping your external world to match it. If your vibration is one of lack, life reflects more lack. If it's one of peace and abundance, life mirrors that back to you. Listening while you sleep is a way of broadcasting a new frequency directly into the field of your subconscious. Each word you hear tonight carries intention. Each pause allows the energy to settle. Each breath you take is a signal that says, "I am ready to receive." And as you rest in this receptive state, the energy of transformation begins to flow effortlessly. The science of subconscious reprogramming isn't just theory, it's your daily experience. It's the reason you can wake up after a single night of deep rest and feel brand new. Your subconscious has been doing the work for you, untangling, releasing, rebuilding, aligning. While you sleep, your mind is learning to become your ally instead of your saboteur. It's remembering what your soul always knew, that creation is effortless when it comes from stillness. So tonight, as you close your eyes, know this: you are not trying to change. You are allowing change. Your mind is not your enemy, it's your greatest instrument. And when you learn to play it softly, patiently, lovingly, the entire symphony of your life begins to harmonize. The subconscious doesn't need effort, it needs permission. And in this quiet moment, as your breathing slows, as your body melts into rest, you are giving that permission. You are saying yes to a new program, a new vibration, a new you. So, let the science become sacred. Let logic meet magic. Let understanding give way to experience. Because tonight, the laboratory is your mind, and the experiment is peace. Every word you hear tonight is more than sound. It's vibration. And vibration is creation. You've been taught that words are just tools for communication, a way to express ideas, to describe the world around you. But the truth is, Words don't just describe reality. They shape it. They carve patterns into the fabric of your subconscious mind, forming the blueprint of what you call your life. The ancient mystics knew this long before science caught up. They understood that sound is the first architect of the universe. In the beginning was the word, said the ancients, not as poetry, but as law, because everything that exists began as vibration, as frequency, as sound. Your voice, your thoughts, your inner dialogue, they all emit frequencies that ripple through your energy field, influencing what you attract, how you feel, and even how your body responds. This is why a single phrase can make your heart expand or shatter, why a kind word can heal years of pain, while a cruel one can echo for decades. Words are living forces. They don't vanish when spoken. They plant themselves in the soil of the subconscious and grow into your future. Now, imagine this. While you sleep, your mind is wide open, no filters, no judgment, no doubt. Every word you hear seeps directly into that soil. This is why what you listen to at night matters. Your subconscious doesn't evaluate. It doesn't decide what's true. It simply receives, records, and obeys. When you fill your nights with words of peace, abundance, and love, your mind begins to mirror that peace back into your days. When you fill it with worry, noise, or negativity, those seeds grow too quietly, consistently, until they bloom into stress and self-doubt. So let's pause for a moment. Breathe in slowly. Now exhale. Feel the air leaving your body as if you're releasing every word that ever told you you're not enough. Because you are more than enough. You are consciousness wrapped in language, a soul speaking itself into existence. When you listen to positive affirmations during sleep, you are not trying to convince yourself. You are re-educating your energy. Each word, each phrase, is like a tuning fork, aligning you with the frequency of the reality you desire. The phrase, "I am calm," doesn't just calm your mind. It tells your nervous system that calm is safe. It rewires your energy field to recognize peace as your natural state. The phrase, "I am abundant," doesn't just sound nice. It opens the neural and energetic pathways of receiving. It invites synchronicity, opportunity, and flow to return home to you. But there's one key feeling. Words without feeling are like seeds scattered on stone. They don't grow. But when a word is paired with emotion, even the faintest sense of belief or warmth, it becomes alive. It vibrates through the body, finds the subconscious, and takes root. So tonight, as you listen, allow your heart to participate. Don't just hear the words, feel them. Let them wash through you like waves. Let them become music instead of sentences. The subconscious loves rhythm. It learns through melody, repetition, and vibration. That's why ancient chants, mantras, and prayers were never about religion alone. They were about resonance. They were the science of sound long before there was a name for it. Every "I am" statement is a command to the universe. Not a wish, not a request, a declaration. "I am" anchors you in the frequency of the thing you wish to become. When you say, "I am worthy," you're not hoping for worthiness. You're activating the vibration of worthiness that has always been within you. You're reminding the universe who you really are. This is how words rewrite reality, not through logic, but through energy. Your reality isn't built from thoughts alone. It's built from the feeling tone behind those thoughts. That's why two people can say the same affirmation and get completely different results. It's not about the sentence, it's about the state of being it evokes. So let your affirmations tonight be less about words and more about resonance. If I am abundant doesn't feel natural, soften it. Say, I am open to abundance. If I am healed feels distant, whisper, I am learning to feel whole again. The subconscious doesn't need perfection. It needs honesty, rhythm, and trust. Each time you listen, the old programming weakens. The words of fear, lack, and limitation begin to fade, not through force, but through lack of attention, because what you no longer feed with focus dissolves, and what you feed with energy expands. Soon, the affirmations you hear at night won't feel like something you're trying to believe. They'll feel like memories, like truths your soul always knew. You'll catch yourself during the day thinking, I can handle this, instead of, I'm overwhelmed. You'll start to speak differently, calmly, kindly, powerfully, because your inner voice has changed its tone. This is how your reality begins to shift. First, through words, then through feeling, then through vibration, until one day you wake up and realize you're living in a world that speaks your new language back to you. So tonight, let each phrase enter you like light through an open window. Let it sink into the quiet spaces between thoughts. You don't need to memorize anything. You don't need to force belief. Your subconscious is already listening. Your energy is already shifting. All you have to do is allow, because words are spells, and every spell is just sound, shaped by intention. Your voice, your thoughts, your emotions, these are your tools of creation. The words you choose become the world you live in. So choose them wisely, speak them gently, and let your subconscious, that quiet, brilliant architect within you, do the rest. You are rewriting your story right now. Even as you drift into sleep, not with effort, but with sound. Not with striving, but with surrender. Not with noise, but with stillness that speaks. So breathe, and let every word become light. Every phrase, a bridge, every sentence, a step toward the version of you that already exists, calm, confident, radiant, whole. The words have found you tonight for a reason. They are not teaching you something new. They are helping you remember. Close your eyes. Take a slow, deep breath. Feel the air enter through your nose, travel down your chest, and rest softly in your belly. Now exhale, not with effort, but with ease. Let the breath carry away the noise of the day. Let it carry away the need to think, to plan, to do. You are not here to try. You are here to allow. Stillness is not the absence of movement. It's the presence of awareness. It's the silent space beneath every sound, the pause between every thought. When you fall into stillness, you don't stop existing. You begin to exist more deeply. So many people chase peace as if it were somewhere else, in the next job, the next relationship, the next success. But peace is not a place you go. It's the place you return to. It's your natural frequency, always humming beneath the static of life. Right now, in this moment, peace is already here. You don't have to create it. You only have to stop resisting it. As you breathe, feel your body settling. Your shoulders drop. Your jaw unclenches. The muscles around your eyes soften. You are melting not into sleep yet, but into surrender. This is the space between worlds, the still water beneath the surface of thought. Stillness is intelligence. It listens when your mind talks too much. It knows when you forget. It waits, patiently, until you are ready to hear again. Every spiritual teaching, every path of awakening, eventually leads to this same realization that the greatest transformation happens in silence. Because silence is not empty. It's full of answers waiting for your attention. As you breathe, imagine a soft light in your chest, a small golden glow expanding with each inhale. This is your inner stillness, your center of calm. It doesn't push, it doesn't chase, it simply radiates. Now imagine that glow spreading through your body to your arms, your hands, your neck, your legs. Each part of you begins to hum at the same gentle frequency. Your body and mind are synchronizing. You are becoming coherent. In this state, your subconscious opens effortlessly. The noise of resistance fades, and your nervous system begins to recalibrate itself to peace. That's why deep rest can feel like healing, because it is. The stiller you become, the faster your energy reorganizes, the quieter your mind, the louder your intuition becomes. You may notice thoughts drifting in. That's okay. Don't fight them. Don't try to stop thinking. That only tightens the mind. Instead, watch your thoughts as if they're clouds passing through a vast, open sky. You are not the clouds. You are the sky. Infinite, spacious, unbothered. The practice of stillness is not about control. It's about remembering that awareness itself is freedom. When you rest in awareness, nothing can disturb you, because you're no longer identified with what comes and goes. In this quiet state, your subconscious becomes extremely receptive. Every affirmation, every gentle word you hear tonight sinks in effortlessly. Because your defenses are down, your heart is open, and your mind is still listening. This is why stillness is so powerful. It's not passive, it's magnetic. It draws the right energy, the right emotions, the right experiences toward you. When your energy is still, the universe can finally find you, because it no longer has to chase the noise. It can recognize your signal, your frequency, your truth. The truth is, life isn't something you control. It's something you synchronize with. And synchronization can only happen when you slow down enough to listen. So tonight, as you drift closer to sleep, remember, you are not falling apart. You are falling inward. You are returning to the core, the still point where everything begins and everything returns. Breathe again. Slow, gentle, deliberate. Each breath is a bridge between mind and body, between thinking and knowing, between effort and surrender. This is where transformation begins, not in struggle, but in softness. As your body relaxes, your brain begins to enter the theta state, where imagination and reality merge. In this state, your subconscious starts to absorb everything it hears, everything it feels. That's why stillness is the key to reprogramming, because it opens the door. No tension, no force, just presence. You are floating now between breath and dream, between the seen and unseen. And in this stillness, something extraordinary happens. Your energy begins to reorganize itself into harmony. Your thoughts slow down until they dissolve into pure awareness. Your emotions soften, returning to neutrality. and your consciousness begins to remember who you truly are. You are not the story. You are not the struggle. You are not the noise of the mind. You are the silence behind it, the space that holds it all. Stillness is the language of your higher self. It doesn't use words. It speaks through intuition, through calm, through that quiet sense of knowing. And when you align with it, your external world begins to follow. Because energy follows attention, and attention that rests in peace attracts peace. So tonight, let the stillness hold you. Let it cradle your thoughts, your body, your dreams. You don't have to make peace happen. You only have to stop standing in its way. As your breathing slows, whisper to yourself, I am safe. I am guided. I am one with stillness. Feel those words resonate in your body. They're not instructions, they're reminders. Reminders of what has always been true. Stillness isn't something you find at the end of the journey. It's what allows the journey to begin. Zufall, not into sleep, but into presence. Not into silence, but into awareness. Fall into yourself, into the vast, quiet intelligence that has been waiting for you all along. Here, there is no need to prove, to fix, or to chase. Here, you remember that everything you've been seeking was simply waiting for you to become still enough to hear it. There comes a moment in your journey when silence begins to speak back. It doesn't speak in words or logic. It speaks through vibration, through feeling, through a soft whisper that says, you are becoming. This is the moment of transformation. It doesn't happen with noise or struggle. It happens when you become still enough to hear the new voice rising from within, the voice that has been waiting for you to stop fighting and start receiving. Transformation begins not when you try harder, but when you finally listen. Take a slow breath in, and as you exhale, imagine releasing every old identity that once told you who you were supposed to be. The achiever, the pleaser, the worrier, the one who always tries to hold everything together. Let them all rest. You don't need to carry those voices anymore. In this quiet space, something else begins to speak. It's softer, calmer, but infinitely more powerful. It's the voice of your higher self, the part of you that remembers the bigger picture. It doesn't rush. It doesn't demand. It simply reminds you of what you've always been capable of. This voice is not new. It's ancient. It's been speaking to you since the beginning of your existence through intuition, through emotion, through every moment you felt guided but didn't know why. It is the same intelligence that grows trees, moves oceans, and paints sunsets. And now, it is speaking through you. The first stage of transformation is recognition. Recognition that the voice of fear is loud, but temporary, and the voice of truth, though quiet, never wavers. It doesn't need to shout because it's not trying to convince you. It's simply reminding you. When you listen to healing affirmations while you sleep, you are tuning to this deeper frequency of truth. Each phrase you hear is not a command, it's a reminder, a vibration returning you to the original blueprint of your being. You are not installing something new, you are reawakening something eternal. So breathe, and allow these words to move through you, not as sentences, but as frequencies. I am safe. I am supported. I am worthy of ease. I trust the rhythm of my life. As you hear these words, don't analyze them. Feel them. Let your body remember what it feels like to be safe, to be supported, to exist without defense. That feeling, not the words, is what rewires your energy, because your subconscious doesn't change through force. It changes through resonance. When you feel what peace is, your energy field begins to match it, and your outer world reorganizes itself accordingly. This is the essence of transformation: alignment before action, energy before effort, vibration before visible change. Imagine your inner world as an orchestra. Each instrument your thoughts, emotions, memories, and beliefs is playing its tune. Some are harmonious, some are chaotic. Transformation doesn't mean silencing the instruments. It means tuning them, bringing every part of you back into the same frequency of calm coherence. Your affirmations are not just words, they are the tuning forks of your reality. Each I am is a vibration, realigning your inner symphony. The more you listen, the more you remember your original rhythm, the one that existed before doubt, before fear, before noise. And when you return to that rhythm, life begins to play along. The people around you start to respond differently. Situations that once drained you no longer hold power. You begin to notice small synchronicities, a message, a number, a song, a moment that feels too perfect to be random. That's not coincidence. That's coherence. It's the universe echoing your new frequency back to you. Every time you choose to believe in peace instead of panic, your energy shifts. Every time you relax instead of react, you rewrite the pattern. Every breath you take in trust creates new neural pathways, teaching your mind it's safe to change. It's safe to receive. It's safe to be. You see, transformation isn't about becoming someone else. It's about remembering who you were before the noise began. It's not about effort, it's about surrender. And that surrender doesn't mean giving up. It means allowing the deeper intelligence of life to move through you instead of against you. When you let go of control, you give permission to a greater rhythm, the rhythm that knows exactly how to guide you. Because transformation is not chaos. It's precision. It's the universe rearranging itself to match your new vibration right now, as you rest. This rearrangement is already happening. Every cell in your body is listening. Your heartbeat, your breath, your electromagnetic field, all of it is syncing to the frequency of calm awareness. Your nervous system is being re-educated in peace. Your mind is learning a new tone, softer, slower, surer. And soon, you'll begin to notice the voice inside your head has changed. It no longer criticizes, it comforts. It no longer panics, it pauses. It no longer fears silence, it lives there. That's when you'll know transformation has truly begun, not when everything outside you changes, but when your inner voice starts to sound like love. So tonight, as you drift deeper into rest, allow this voice, the voice of truth, the voice of transformation to speak through every cell of your being. Let it replace the noise with harmony. Let it teach your mind that calm is strength. Let it remind your body that ease is power. You don't need to force transformation. You only need to allow it. You don't need to chase the light. You only need to stop resisting the dawn that's already rising within you. The voice of transformation is not out there. It's here. It's always been here. It's the sound of your true self, quiet, grounded, radiant, free. So breathe once more. Inhale light. Exhale everything that no longer serves you. And whisper to yourself, I am transforming effortlessly. I am remembering who I am. And in this moment, you are. Everything in existence is made of energy. Every thought, every emotion, every word, all of them carry a frequency. And that frequency is constantly shaping the invisible field around you, the field that decides what you attract, how you feel, and how your life unfolds. You are not a body moving through energy. You are energy moving through form. Most people think energy is abstract, something mystical or unreachable, but energy is simply information in motion. It's the vibration that tells the universe who you are and what you're ready to receive. Take a slow breath. Inhale deeply. And as you exhale, imagine your body surrounded by a soft, luminous field, like gentle light, expanding in every direction. This field is not separate from you. It is you, your emotional tone, your state of being, your signal to the universe. When you feel calm, open, and grateful, this field expands smooth, steady, coherent. When you feel anxious, resistant, or afraid, it contracts uneven, fragmented, chaotic. But here's the truth, your field is not broken. It simply reflects what you're currently believing. And belief can change. The human energy field, what some call the aura, others call the electromagnetic body, is constantly reorganizing itself to match your dominant vibration. That means every time you think a peaceful thought, every time you forgive, every time you breathe consciously, your field updates. It softens, it realigns, it begins to attract experiences that mirror your new state. Energy follows awareness. Where your focus goes, your vibration flows. So when you stop feeding fear, fear loses its power. When you stop clinging to lack, abundance begins to find its way in. Right now, as you lie here listening, your field is responding instantly, intelligently, beautifully. Each slow breath is sending a signal through your nervous system, through your heart, through your entire energetic blueprint, saying it's safe to relax. It's safe to receive. Science calls this process coherence, the state when your brain, heart, and body vibrate in harmony. In coherence, your heartbeat slows, your thoughts quiet, and your entire system begins to heal. This is not imagination, it's physics. Your heart produces an electromagnetic field measurable several feet outside your body, and it changes with every emotion you feel. When you feel gratitude, this field expands and stabilizes. When you feel love, it becomes rhythmic and radiant. And the universe, which is itself an ocean of frequencies, responds in kind. It sends back experiences that match your vibration. It aligns you with people, moments, and opportunities that resonate with your current state. So, transformation isn't about trying to change the world around you. It's about changing the frequency within you and letting the outer world rearrange itself to match. This is why surrender is so powerful. When you stop resisting, your field becomes clear. When you stop overthinking, your signal becomes pure. And a clear signal can manifest effortlessly, not because you're forcing it, but because you've removed the static. Your energy field doesn't need fixing. It needs remembering. It needs to remember what wholeness feels like, what love feels like, what peace feels like right now. As you listen, your field is remembering. Each word you hear carries frequency, subtle vibrations that interact with your electromagnetic field, like ripples meeting the surface of water. As they merge, the old frequencies, fear, guilt, tension, begin to dissolve, not through effort, but through resonance. The more you allow peace, the less room there is for chaos. The more you allow gratitude, the less space fear can occupy. Your job is not to control energy, but to harmonize with it. Imagine now that your body is breathing light. Each inhale draws in golden energy, calm, steady, nurturing. Each exhale releases old vibrations, thoughts, worries. Anything heavy? You are not pushing them out. You're simply letting them fade into the light. This is how alignment works. It's not something you do. It's something you allow. Your energy field knows exactly how to restore itself. Just like your body knows how to heal a wound, your energy knows how to return to balance once you stop interfering. Stillness gives it space to remember. Breathing gives it rhythm to follow. Love gives it reason to expand. And as your field expands, something magical happens. Life begins to meet you differently. People feel calmer around you. Synchronicities increase. Obstacles soft. Because everything you experience externally is a mirror of the energy you're emitting internally. You don't attract what you want. You attract what you are. And who you are is not a role, not a title, not a personality. It's a vibration, a frequency that speaks the universal language of energy. The more coherent your energy, the more fluid your life becomes. You stop fighting against time. You stop doubting your path. You move from effort to flow, from reaction to creation, and creation is simply energy made visible. So tonight, as you drift deeper into rest, imagine your energy field pulsing gently, slow waves of light radiating from your heart, filling the room, touching everything around you. Every pulse says the same thing: I am whole. I am aligned. I am in harmony with life. These are not affirmations. They are frequencies. And frequencies don't need to be believed, they only need to be felt. Feel the pulse in your chest, the rhythm in your breath, the quiet awareness that surrounds you. That's your field vast, intelligent, alive. Let it guide you now. Let it recalibrate itself without interference. Let it hum quietly as you rest in peace, because it knows exactly where to take you next. Your only task tonight is to remember that you are not separate from the energy you seek to attract. You are that energy already vibrating, already creating, already becoming. And as you fall asleep, the field continues its work silently, faithfully, aligning your inner world with the life that's been waiting to meet you all along. There is a point in your journey when you realize the only thing standing between you and peace is resistance. Not the world, not the people, not fate, just resistance, the subtle tension inside that whispers, "This shouldn't be happening." Resistance hides in many forms. It sounds like worry. It feels like control. It shows up as that tightness in your chest when life doesn't go as planned. But beneath every form, it's always the same energy, fear of letting go. Tonight, we will let it go gently, not forcefully, because you don't have to fight resistance to release it. You only have to stop feeding it. Take a slow, deep breath, and as you exhale, imagine every muscle in your body melting. Feel your face soften, your shoulders drop, your stomach loosen. Each breath is an invitation to surrender, to stop holding so tightly to what you think should be. You see, resistance is just energy moving against the natural flow of life. It's like standing in a river and pushing against the current, thinking you can change its direction. But life is the current. It knows exactly where to take you. When you stop pushing, you don't drown, you float. When you stop controlling, You don't lose. You begin to flow with everything that's meant for you. The human mind believes that control equals safety, but the soul knows that surrender equals power. Because surrender is not giving up, it's aligning with what's already working in your favor. As you breathe now, feel into the areas of your body where resistance lives. Maybe it's in your chest, maybe in your gut, maybe it hides behind your jaw, in your breath, or in the thoughts that refuse to quiet down. You don't need to analyze it. You don't need to name it. Just notice it. Now whisper inwardly. You can soften now. Say it to the tension. Say it to the fear. Say it to the part of you that always feels the need to try harder. You can soften now. Because life isn't asking you to control it, it's asking you to trust it. Every time you let go, you make room for something higher to move through you. Something wiser. Something that has always known the way. Imagine your resistance as a knot of energy, tight, tangled, heavy. Now, imagine light flowing through it, golden, warm, patient. The light doesn't pull or force the knot apart. It simply surrounds it, warms it, and allows it to loosen in its own time. That's what surrender feels like. Not effort, but allowing. You don't heal by fighting the old. You heal by letting the old dissolve in the light of awareness. You don't manifest by forcing outcomes. You manifest by relaxing into alignment, by remembering that everything already exists in potential. Resistance is what closes the door. Relaxation is what opens it. When you let go of the fight, something inside begins to breathe again. Your body remembers safety. Your mind remembers stillness. Your energy remembers how to flow. That's why all transformation begins with surrender. Because until you stop resisting, no new frequency can enter. Take another deep breath. And as you exhale, say softly in your mind, I release control. I trust the unfolding. I allow life to move through me effortlessly. These words are not affirmations. They are permissions. You're giving your soul permission to do what it already knows how to do: flow, adapt, expand. Even your challenges become lighter when you stop resisting them. Because pain is never the problem. It's the resistance to pain that keeps you trapped. When you allow yourself to feel fully, honestly, gently, the energy moves. And once it moves, it can't hold you anymore. This is why the most powerful moments in life often begin with a sigh, that quiet, involuntary breath that says, I'm done fighting. That's when the magic begins. That's when the universe rushes in to fill the space you finally cleared. You were never meant to carry everything. You were meant to trust the rhythm, because life flows through you, not against you. So tonight, let yourself be carried. Let the current hold you. Let the water move where it wants to move. The mind may try to resist. That's okay. Just keep breathing. Every breath is a reminder it's safe to relax. Resistance always dissolves in safety. It can't survive where you feel supported. So fill your body with that feeling, the sense that you are supported by something far greater than yourself, by the ground beneath you, by the breath within you, by the intelligence that keeps your heart beating. Even as you sleep, you don't have to manage that intelligence. You just have to trust it. Right now, as you listen, your subconscious is already rewriting its patterns. It's learning that it doesn't have to brace for impact. It doesn't have to fight for control. It can let go and still be safe. This is the deepest kind of freedom, to release resistance. Not through force, but through faith, to trust that every delay, Every silence, every unknown is just a sacred pause in the greater rhythm of your becoming. So breathe again. Let every exhale carry away the weight of should. Let every inhale bring you closer to I am. You don't need to rush. You don't need to fix. You don't need to prove. Everything that's meant for you is already moving toward you, but it can only reach you when you stop resisting the flow. So let yourself drift, not aimlessly, but effortlessly. Let yourself fall into the arms of what already knows how to carry you. And as you do, feel the peace that comes when you finally realize you were never fighting the world. You were only fighting yourself. Now that you've stopped, life can finally catch up to you. And when it does, you'll see nothing was ever lost. It was all simply waiting for you to let go enough to receive it. As you close your eyes tonight, imagine the universe breathing with you. Inhale expansión, exhale surrender. With every breath, you are syncing with the natural rhythm of abundance. Because abundance is not something you chase. It's something you remember. It's the natural frequency of your being before the world taught you to believe in lack. Take another slow breath. Feel the air enter your lungs, the warmth spreading through your chest, the steady heartbeat that never asks permission to keep going. That is abundance. Life flowing effortlessly through you, without struggle, without fear, without needing to prove itself. You are not separate from abundance. You are the current through which it flows. And as you sleep tonight, that current will awaken in you again. Abundance isn't about possessions or numbers. It's a state of allowing. It's the realization that life is already offering you everything you need to become who you are meant to be. When you feel safe, life expands. When you relax, life responds. When you sleep in trust, you invite miracles to rearrange themselves around your vibration. You see, while your conscious mind rests, your subconscious begins to listen. It listens not to effort or plans, but to energy. Every emotion, every thought, every breath becomes a message. And when that message says, I am enough, the universe listens. It echoes back the same truth you are supported. So tonight, as you drift deeper, let's speak to that deeper part of you, the part that has never been in scarcity, that has never doubted, that has never lost faith in the infinite. Whisper softly within, I am safe. I am cared for. I am already connected to everything I desire. Because abundance doesn't come to you, it comes through you. You are not a beggar of blessings. You are the conduit of creation. Every time you breathe with gratitude, you open new channels of flow. Every time you rest in trust, your frequency rises. And as your frequency rises, the world around you reorganizes to match it. You don't have to earn abundance. You just have to remember that you already live in it. Look at your breath, it never ends. Look at the sky, it has no edge. Look at the light, it finds you even in the darkest hour. That's the nature of abundance, infinite, effortless, available. Now, imagine yourself lying beneath a gentle golden light, warm, steady, soft like sunlight filtered through water. This is the energy of abundance. It doesn't rush. It doesn't shout. It simply fills every empty space, every forgotten corner, every place where you once believed you were not enough. Let it pour into you now, into your chest, into your belly, into your hands, into the quiet space behind your eyes. Let it remind every cell of your body that lack was never real. It was only a temporary story, told by a mind that forgot its infinite source. Your subconscious mind is listening now, open, receptive, ready to rewire. So let these truths flow in. I am enough, exactly as I am. Everything I need is already on its way to me. My peace is my power, and my gratitude is my magnet. You are not manifesting, you are remembering alignment. The more peaceful you become, the more natural abundance feels. The more you let go, the more everything flows toward you. Because abundance is not attracted to pressure, it's attracted to peace. Even the smallest act of gratitude multiplies the flow. Think now of one thing you are grateful for. It can be as simple as the breath you're taking, the bed that holds you, the sound of your heartbeat in the dark. Feel the warmth of that gratitude spreading through you. That feeling is a doorway. Every time you walk through it, you align yourself with the frequency of more peace, more clarity, more flow. In this state, you don't have to force outcomes. You don't have to chase timing, because your vibration is already doing the work. Your energy is sending out a signal that says, I trust the process. And the universe always responds to trust. Now, imagine that with every breath, your body becomes a soft instrument of receiving. The air you inhale is golden light. The air you exhale releases old stories of scarcity. Inhale openness. Exhale resistance. Inhale expansión. Exhale control. And as this rhythm continues, you begin to feel lighter. The heaviness fades. The worry dissolves. You are no longer holding life by the edges, you are flowing with it. Effortlessly, fully, freely. Your subconscious begins to imprint this state as your new normal. It learns that peace is productive. That rest is powerful. That sleeping in trust is the most creative act of all. Because as you sleep in abundance, you are creating your future. Your dreams become instructions to the universe. Send me peace. Send me alignment. Send me more reasons to be grateful. And when you wake, life will begin to mirror the energy you fell asleep in, calm, clear, abundant, not by magic, but by resonance. So tonight, let your final thoughts be gentle. I am open to receive. I am surrounded by infinite support. Everything I desire is already finding its way to me. Let those words echo in your mind until they dissolve into silence. Then, let the silence speak for you, because silence carries the purest signal, the signal of trust. You are not falling asleep. You are falling into alignment, into peace, into flow, into the awareness that you have always been enough, and that life has always been generous. So rest now. Let abundance breathe through you. Let gratitude hum quietly in your chest. And as you drift deeper, remember, you don't have to reach for abundance. You only have to remember that you were never separate from it. The universe is already whispering back, yes, you are enough. You always were. There comes a moment, quiet, golden, weightless, when you open your eyes and realize you are not the same. Something inside has shifted. A layer of heaviness has dissolved. You are still you, but lighter, clearer, freer. It's not that the world has changed, it's that you have remembered who you are. As the first rays of morning light touch your skin, feel the stillness inside you, the soft hum of peace that wasn't there before. That's not silence. That's alignment. That's your soul whispering. You made it through, all night, while your body rested. Your consciousness was busy releasing, rewiring, remembering. Your cells listened to every frequency of love that moved through you. Your subconscious Let go of old stories that no longer matched your vibration. And now, you awaken as something new. Take a deep breath. Notice how light your chest feels. Notice how calm your thoughts are. There is no rush here. No pressure to do. Just being, and being is enough. Because waking up as a new you isn't about becoming someone else. It's about returning to your original frequency, the one before fear, before doubt, before you learned to shrink yourself to fit the world. This is your natural state: clear mind, open heart, grounded presence. You were never broken. You were simply buried under the noise of expectation. And now, the noise is gone. Your energy is fresh. Your heart is open. Your mind is quiet enough to hear the whisper of intuition, the one that says, "Go where the peace leads." Feel that whisper as a subtle pull, not loud, not demanding, but certain. This is how the new you moves, not by reaction, but by resonance. You no longer chase. You attract by alignment. You no longer fight for control. You flow with trust. You no longer search for meaning. You embody it. The new you doesn't need to prove anything, because you finally understand you were never in competition with the world. You were in conversation with it. And now that you listen instead of resist, the universe begins to answer you clearly. Breathe again. Each inhale pulls new light into your being. Each exhale releases the final fragments of who you used to be. You don't have to hold on. Let it go gently, peacefully. You can trust what's coming next. This is rebirth, not through fire, but through softness, not through striving, but through surrender. You are becoming who you were always meant to be: a being of light, aware of its own power, walking the earth with grace. And grace means this: you no longer push, you allow. You no longer fear endings. You recognize them as beginnings in disguise. You no longer seek love. You radiate it. Your old self, the one built from survival, can rest now. It served its purpose. It kept you safe when you didn't yet know how powerful you were. But you don't need its armor anymore. You can meet life with an open heart and still be safe. Feel that truth settling into your body like sunlight warming stone. You don't have to fix anything. You don't have to chase anything. You only have to live as the frequency of what you desire. The new you is peaceful because you no longer argue with what is. You see the perfection in imperfection. You understand that everything, every loss, every delay, every silence was a part of your becoming. You no longer resent the lessons. You bless them. And with that blessing, you rise. You rise from your bed, from your fears, from your old identities. You stand not as a seeker, but as a creator, not as someone waiting for miracles, but as someone who is the miracle. As you step into your day, carry this quiet knowing in your chest: you are not returning to your old life. You are entering a new timeline, one that matches the energy you cultivated while you slept. Every person you meet will feel this shift. Even if they can't explain it, they'll feel the calm in your presence, the softness in your words, the steadiness in your eyes. Because energy speaks before language does, and yours now says, "I am aligned. I am ready. I am free." You will notice that what once triggered you no longer holds power. What once drained you now passes through you without weight. You've become transparent to chaos, not indifferent, but untouched. You walk through life like light, illuminating, but never burdened. And when challenges come, you'll meet them differently. You'll pause. You'll breathe. You'll listen. Because the new you understands that everything unfolds for expansion. Even discomfort is just transformation in disguise. So, if you ever forget this peace, close your eyes and return to this moment, the morning you remembered your true nature. Let the memory itself become a portal. Step back into this vibration of clarity and light. It will always be here, waiting, because once you've remembered who you are, you can never fully forget. You can only fall asleep to it for a while, but even then, your soul will whisper through dreams, guiding you home again and again. So, as you move through your day, let every step become a meditation. Let every breath remind you, I am new. Let every heartbeat echo, I am aligned. Let every glance you share radiate the quiet truth, I am light. You have awakened not to escape life, but to finally live it fully, openly, consciously. And as you do, everything you once desired begins to flow naturally toward you. Because now, you are not seeking abundance, you are abundance. You are not trying to heal, you are wholeness remembering itself. Welcome home to yourself, to peace, to the quiet power that has been waiting all along. You have become the calm after every storm. You have become the sunrise after every night. You are the new. You and the world has been waiting for your light. Take a deep breath. Feel the silence that follows. That's not the end, it's the beginning. You've traveled far tonight through resistance, through release, through the remembering of your infinite nature. You've reconnected with the rhythm of the universe, that quiet, ancient heartbeat that whispers, you are safe, you are whole, you are light. Let that truth echo softly in your body. Every breath, every cell, every heartbeat, all of it now carries the vibration of calm, of alignment, of knowing. You are no longer searching for transformation, you are living it. The version of you that began this journey has dissolved, and what remains is peace, steady, grounded, luminous. You are not trying to become anything anymore. You are simply remembering what you've always been: consciousness in motion, love in form, creation itself, learning how to rest. As you drift deeper, or as morning light begins to rise around you, trust this: your subconscious has already accepted the new program. You no longer operate from fear or scarcity. You move from clarity, flow, and quiet power. Every situation you face from now on will feel lighter, not because life became easier, but because you did. You are no longer reacting, you are responding from awareness. You are no longer seeking signs, you are becoming one. So as you fall asleep or slowly awaken, whisper this to yourself: I am at peace with the past. I am aligned with the present, and I am open to the miracles unfolding in my future. Because this isn't just another night's rest. This is a rebirth, a subtle shift in energy that will ripple through every part of your reality. You are the calm in the storm now, the eye of peace in a world that forgets to breathe, the reminder that alignment is the only real success. And as you step into tomorrow, carry this light with you. Let it color the way you speak, the way you walk, the way you love. Let your presence be your proof, because people will feel it: the peace in your eyes, the certainty in your tone, the stillness in your energy. You've become the vibration of what you used to chase, and that's when everything begins to flow effortlessly. If this message resonated with you, let it stay with you tonight. Let it replay in your dreams. Let it shape your mornings. And when you're ready to go deeper, to expand this peace into wealth, purpose, and manifestation, join me in the next video. It's time to awaken the next level of your consciousness to remember how to attract effortlessly, how to live in flow, and how to speak the language of energy itself. So, before you go, take one more slow, intentional breath. Inhale gratitude, exhale peace, and know you are exactly where you need to be. If this journey spoke to your soul, subscribe to Sleep Success Audiobook to continue your nightly evolution. Like this video if it brought you calm. Share it with someone who needs to remember their light. You're not just a listener, you are a rememberer. And tonight, you remembered that you are infinite. Now rest, dream, and awaken into your next reality effortlessly, peacefully, beautifully. Good night, beautiful soul. Your new reality has already begun.